Sake, Dad, just tell him it's gonna be me.
Ooh.
Is that so?
That is so.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name's Michelle, and we're getting into the next 3 episodes of Succession, 4, 5, and 6. And we left off with the last reaction with Logan calling Shiv up and saying, hey, I'm ready to bring you in. Now, granted, I feel like he's only doing that in response to everyone, you know, that dinner, that very disturbing dinner. He feels isolated, no one's on his side, he's paranoid, and he's bringing Shiv in. But that is a very curious thing because Shiv is against the Pierce acquisition, and he knows Shiv is against the Pierce acquisition, which is why he gave her the busy work of Connor. So it's like, I'm very interested to see how that's going to play out with him bringing her in when they're... I wonder what he has planned, because he knows Shiv is not for it. So what is he going to do now that he's bringing her in, and this is what he's bringing her on? And how is he going to act towards her? Probably awful. I mean, how he's going to act. I know he's going to act. He's going to be awful to her. He's going to break her self-esteem once again. And speaking of Shiv's self-esteem, it's like she struggles to believe in herself. She has how can I put it? It's in regards to her father. Like when she's with her dad, her self-esteem just plummets. However, when she's outside of that relationship, outside of that dynamic, it seems like it's like the complete opposite. Like she's very much up here, probably even a bit, maybe to her own detriment. Like maybe if she just kind of, you know, you make smart decisions to clamp your pride away just for 2 seconds to play the long game and game this out. So I do feel like she shot herself in the foot a bit, axing herself out of the opportunity to be chief of staff. Now maybe somewhere down the line as the show goes on, maybe Gil, because I don't see Gil's character going anywhere, maybe she mends that fence. But I do feel like it was a bit short-sighted of her to close that door, and it was a completely emotional response to sort of being called out to an improper joke. I mean, yes, is Gil a bit of a hypocrite? Yes, he absolutely is in regards to taking the deal behind closed doors with Logan and then presenting a face to the world. With that being said, it wasn't about Gil's hypocrisy in that moment. You know, you play the whole whataboutism when you get called out on your BS, but you feel like the person who's throwing a stone at you is in a glass house, so they shouldn't be throwing stones, so you want to throw a stone back. But it's like you're only doing that because you know you were in the wrong. And I feel like Shiv, hopefully, actually I don't even know if Shiv has the wherewithal to know that that joke was in poor taste. And she brought it up unprompted. Like no one said she had to make that joke, but she did, and now she lost that opportunity. For now, I do think she may find herself in a position to claim that chief of staff position back in Gil's camp, because I fully expect this whole Logan, Shiv, CEO, successor to go completely wrong. I have no faith there anymore. The way Logan switched up, I don't see it for Shiv anymore. Especially now that he's kind of favoring Kendall a bit, like keeping him under his like his evil little tendrils, and he's bringing Kendall closer. Now, as for Connor, because I spoke about Connor and the whole president thing and Shiv being sent with busy work to shut Connor down, I am expecting to see more of Logan and Connor, which I need more of. I need to see that dynamic really flesh out, and I feel like this presidential bid is gonna, you know, Logan's gonna probably tell him about himself because he clearly does not want this happening. And let's see what else. I'm kind of like, I hope I see more of Jerry and Roman, because Jerry seems to be the most supportive person in Roman's life, and I would love to see more of that dynamic, that nurturing that I feel like maybe Roman just didn't have. Someone to sit down and understand where he's coming from and say, okay, I see where you're coming from. I see what you want. I see what you want to accomplish. You have the right intention, but maybe here's a better way of going about it. And I like that Jerry took the time to do that. I see Jerry and Roman have like a little bond, and I like that. I like that Roman has someone that won't treat him like a complete buffoon, because we saw Shiv in that episode, The Summer Palace, was a bit condescending towards him. Kendall's definitely condescending. Logan will call him a straight moron in front of everyone. He doesn't really have a supportive figure, someone who can believe that he has some kind of intelligence in him, but Jerry doesn't seem to be nurturing that part of him. So I hope we get to see more of that as the seasons progress. Hopefully this isn't just a one-off. Now, as for that disturbing boar on the floor dinner thing, I will give Tom his props. He really held on there and protected Greg from his own idiocy. Like I do think it's very shady that he was meeting with her in the first place. I believe her name is Michelle Pencil, something like that. It was a bit shady that he was meeting with her in the first place, but I do like that Tom held fast and he protected Greg in that moment. So I guess we're seeing a different side to Greg. Tom. I'm not saying it makes Tom a better individual, but it does show that he has loyal tendencies where you wouldn't expect him to have it. Maybe he's growing a soft spot for Greg. And I hope we get to see more of that relationship kind of flesh out and see it's not just the the whole slapstick, like, I'm gonna abuse you, Greg, and take advantage of you. I do see that continuing the entirety of the show, like that's just their shtick, but there's a genuine care there, and I feel like we're starting to see that on Tom's end, and hopefully we see more of that on Greg's. I think we did see some of that when he tells Tom that he saw Shiv talking to Nate. I feel like we're seeing that flesh out a bit more. But when the whole cruise line thing comes out, and I fully expect that cruise line thing to come out, Greg does have that. He did make copies to protect himself. He told that to Kendall. So I wonder how that's gonna play out. I'm very interested. Anyways, let's just get into these next 3 episodes. So grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever it is you like to do when you watch your favorite reactions. Just get comfortable and let's get to. What's going on here? Kendall? Oh, yeah, that's okay, yeah. I think at the end of episode 2, we saw him on the roof, too.
I am exiting Earth's atmosphere. Prince is departing the palace.
Welcome to management.
Oh, he's actually doing it.
Itinerary.
Oh.
Okay, Roman. Okay. Is Roman the dark horse? So when Shiv was prompted to do management training, she said no, but we're seeing Roman willing to do it.
Joining Waystar Royco, you're joining one of the most dynamic news and entertainment companies in the world.
Oh, he didn't say anything. Oh my goodness. Is he about to call about the fact that he doesn't have lines here? Sir, get back to work.
So, where should I base myself, in there?
Not there. That's Kendall. He has his office.
Hey, Shiv.
Hey,
With food.
I thought Joan was on his medication.
Joan missed a dose, so just till we have a system that we can rely on.
Your sister's just in.
What? Is someone else taking his...
Just to observe.
Ravenhead. I'm getting carpet bombed on this.
Pierce News is all over it. And Antifa has turned up.
Can we not get a water cannon down there? Give them a shower? Fucking animals.
The police have it under control, I believe.
And I've managed to talk the advertisers down off the ledge, so I think we just weather the storm.
I hope y'all tank them for this.
Because apparently Mark...
Y'all platforming fascists on your damn network.
You okay, honey? I know how you are about death.
Happy Death Day to Mo.
Oh my goodness.
Happy Death Day to Mo.
Hey, not so sad.
This is a big opportunity.
He is so handsome. Connor, like his hair, listen, he could, if he went into acting, I'm talking about the character, not the actual actor, he would make for a good president. Maybe he could be like an actor who acts as president rather than running.
Honestly, I've been asking around and not much. I heard he named his dog after Hitler's dog, maybe? Blondie?
It's not good.
No, it's not.
Fascist meeting, Nazi wedding, Hitler
Yes,
dog?
please, Greg, speak.
Oh, dude.
Speak.
It's true. He's gone. I mean, Nazis. Terrible, right?
Right? Why do I hear a question mark at the end of that, Tom? Yes.
So, what's going on? How are you? What's your next move? I know you lost your job.
I walked out.
Okay, whatever.
No, you keep saying it. Convinced truth.
You seem to be mistaking me for someone you're in competition with.
I hate this. I hate this so much. I hate that these kids have not a supportive bone in their damn bodies for each other. I completely blame their damn father.
Logan Roy, Dad, Ray and Jerome.
It's lovely to have you.
We know you're interested in an acquisition again, and
Okay, so this is in regards to Pierce? Okay.
the message would be a typically balanced, nuanced, and objective off. Only this time I take it some genius bankers convinced you that the only way to keep the jackals out is to leverage yourself until you're too big to take down.
That's exactly what he wants.
It's not
or that his
fair characterization.
No, that's exactly what this is. He did say that he wants to become big enough so that Stewie and Sandy can't go after him.
You know, I want Pierce. But it only works for me fast. Very fast.
I hope you fail at this, Logan. I really hope he doesn't find a way to buy Pierce, especially considering the fact that even Shiv is saying they're really the only ones who speak truth and give legitimate news, while ATN's just... I'm not even going to get into that because that's probably going to be real world politics right there. Granted, I think the show is commentating on that.
Hey, Mark. Great to see you.
I'm a big fan.
Thank you. Thanks.
Hello, fascist, Nazi.
No, I think how dumb these things are. You know how it is. It's just due diligence with all the turbulence. And can I just need to check a few boxes?
Check a few boxes to make
Thank
sure
you.
trash is trash. You know it's trash. You're just checking the checkbox to make sure trash is trash.
You are not and have never been a member of the Nazi Party of the United States, have
The fact that you even have to ask that question means trash.
you? Dog thing?
Okay, the dog thing's bullshit.
Great, I thought so.
Different spelling.
Okay, different spelling? Yeah.
Ooh, Tom, I see. Great acting. I could see it in his eyes like, ah!
Have you ever read Mein Kampf?
Why? I mean,
Yeah, a couple times, I guess.
Couple times?
not for pleasure, right?
I've skimmed it.
Skimmed. Yeah.
Not because it's like a manifesto.
And-
Listen, I'm not against people consuming that stuff. If you need to know, Jesus Christ.
The tragedy?
Hell yeah. Yeah, and which tragedies specifically?
Europe decimated. 7 million Germans, 20 million Russians, 5 million Poles.
6 million. Hello, sir. Mention the tragedy.
Short a few million.
Exactly. What the hell was that? Look, and now you got people shooting because you got this Nazi up in here.
Coming through! Gangway!
Are y'all running towards the shots?
Apologies, there seems to be a fire alarm sounding.
Fire
We'll
him
find out
right
the
now.
cause
Get
of
rid of
that.
him right now. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. You don't need this. You don't need to be platforming any of these. You teach it in history and tell children to stay away from this ish.
There was a gunshot from somewhere down
yes,
the
I
hall.
heard
Shooter
it.
in the building. We think they got in.
Logan and Shiv.
Are we still on the air?
I don't know. Maybe she's gone outside.
We'll get on that, sir. We just want to get you safe.
Where's Kendall? Is he safe?
We'll find him.
Oh, his
Open the door,
first
please.
moment's good. Oh my God! Stop it, Logan. Everyone keeps telling me I am giving you too much too much credit. I'm trying to hope that you are not awful, but he was concerned for Kendall.
God, thank God. Are you okay?
Tom, what's going on?
People
I'm hearing crazies or maybe Antifa. We're thinking they were coming for me.
Coming for you.
Oh my God.
Wait, if he's
lovely.
the target, maybe he should get his own route.
What the? How did he end up back here? Kendall? Kendall, you've not been in a good space as of late, sir. Take 2 steps back. Look at him. He's just observing all the chaos down below, huh?
Where's Kendall? Is he safe?
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Hey, she plays Fiona on The Cleaning Lady.
I'm so sorry for your loss, Maria. You know, I never met Mo, but I heard that he was just a great guy.
Mo?
Your husband?
We're so sorry.
I know.
His real name is Lester. It was, I guess I haven't thought about it for a while, but it was kind of a joke. Mo Lester. I guess it wasn't a very nice joke.
And was he one?
Oh, God, no. Just, you know, old Mr. Fiddlesticks, Uncle Meat Hands.
Right.
Sir!
Dad wouldn't let us in the pool with him, but you know the guys of that generation. It was a different time.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, no. Okay, you know what? Rest in piss, Mo. Bluster. What an awful joke.
Look, off the record, I think we're in the clear. But we just need to hang out for...
Did someone, harm themselves? That's why it's only one that they heard?
Dude, ATN, human furniture.
Oh, that's right, he doesn't like this department.
Full assaults, physical humiliations, Nazi stuff, shoot.
Look at Greg's the only one speaking sense around here. Thank you.
It could be like a business open relationship.
He's already in an open relationship at home. I don't think he wants it at work. He's definitely not going to say yes. That's going to trigger him in it.
This is not a good feeling, Greg, that you're making me have, you know? Yeah, I'm feeling...
What?
Oh god, don't punch him. Why do I feel like he's going to punch him? Or cry. I can't tell. Are you going to punch him or cry?
You know?
We're good. We're good.
We're good? We're good! Because it doesn't feel good, Greg!
Oh no, let's not throw water bottles.
I will not let you do this to me! I will not let go of what is mine!
What am I doing?
God. Oh, Jesus.
Stop!
God, that must hurt.
Stop!
No.
Security!
Guys, you back off! You back off! This is executive level business!
Oh my goodness. I wonder if this is some sort of feeling in his marriage that's bleeding through when he said open.
Are you okay, son? Where were you?
Yeah, I'm fine, Dad. I was fine.
You guys keep telling me there's nothing there for Logan in regards to Kendall, but I keep seeing it.
It was a suicide.
I figured.
He shot himself at his desk.
I keep seeing him care for Kendall. Everyone keeps saying it's not real, but oh god, Logan, stop messing with me. I want to believe there's something good in you. Let me be an idiot. Let me think there's something good here towards him, towards Kendall. He's not just manipulating him. He actually does care about his son. Let me believe, please.
Why can't I be the one caught in a lockdown with a maniac?
Connor? Hi. Sorry to interrupt. I spoke to Lester a lot toward the end. He always spoke so fondly of you.
Did he... Fondly of him? Did he touch... Oh my god, what if he touched the kids?
Things present?
Is she amending that speech? Well, she is a writer, so, you know.
Lester was a man. And when a man dies, it is sad. All of us will die one day.
What kind of imprint? Well, yeah.
Lester was alive for 78 years, but no more. Now he is dead.
Okay, Willa.
Lester's wife is Maria. They were married for 15 years. Now she is sad.
It's all about the delivery, I guess. Oh my god.
Go to bed, Roman. Go to bed and masturbate all your ideas out. And let's see how excited you feel tomorrow.
Maybe I will.
Oh, good god.
I mean, maybe I'll just leave you on the pillow so you can hear my brilliance cascading.
Fine. I've heard plenty worse than a spoiled brat ejaculating on.
Oh, please don't do this. Are they about to do what I think?
You disgusting little pig.
Oh my, I'm disturbed. Oh my god, here I thought.
A revolting little worm, aren't you?
Yeah.
I thought this is like a mother-son relation. Oh God, I am disturbed, y'all. How did we go from the boar on the floor episode to this? Ah, God, this show really is like a house of horrors. Oh God, I am always disturbed. How is a show about a media company family so disturbing?
Come here. Give me a hug. Come here.
A hug? Hey.
He hugged his sister, yes.
I would just ask that you take care of me. Because, Dad didn't need me right now.
Oh my God, is he?
What I would be for.
Take care of him? Does he mean like, he wants to tell her?
Yeah, it ain't gonna be me.
Jesus. Oh, that was heavy. That was beautiful and heavy. What acting. That second she realized it was real, her face, oh my goodness. I want more scenes with them. Please tell me we have more scenes with them. That was... I have goosebumps. Oh my Lord. Was he saying, I just ask you take care of me? Like, considering what happened in this episode with the employee, is he talking? That wasn't there before, was it? Is that what they're alluding? Oh my goodness. And get him into therapy right now. Someone do something. Oh my God. No. Oh. If that's where this show goes at the end. Is that what the episode's over. Oh my, is that what he was referring to? Was he asking Shiv to take care of his body? Someone get Kendall help! Next episode! Succession episode 5, Turnhaven.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, how are you? You made it. How was London? You don't think that...
What?
You don't think it could be today that he
What?
might announce you?
No. But, full family briefing pre-departure to the Pierces where it would be smart to have someone to announce. So.
Yes.
Oh God, this
Okay,
is
well,
gonna
why
be-
don't you say, honey?
Because it probably isn't, so would you...
Yeah, I don't see Logan doing it.
Well, as you know, the good news is that the Pierces are entertaining our offer, but bad news, they're inquiring about your moral character, hence this weekend.
So to ensure that everything goes smoothly, we have prepared a few do's and don'ts for
Oh God, they're gonna do a bunch of don'ts, aren't they?
Ray and I will handle the big picture.
Remind me again, does Ray work for the company?
Remind us, do you?
I'm just asking if we really want to entrust
Damn,
the fate of
Kendall.
our company to another company.
Kendall's biting at Shiv's ankles every time, just being in the room.
I know you don't like the spy.
No, I can see the logic.
Good.
Anyway, my baby soon.
Oh, wrap it up, Shiv. Wrap it up. Call Gil back. It ain't too late. Wrap it up, girl. Jeez, Kendall, the way he eyes Shiv, just her being in the room, he feels very threatened by her.
Issue?
Naomi has flown in from Marin.
What does that do to the math?
Well, it complicates it.
I promise not to interrupt your tipple for long, but I just wanted to take a brief moment to welcome you to our funny little house and to let our guests know that what you're drinking is Hank Pierce's brake bumper. The recipe is stolen, no one believes, from the wallet of Teddy Roosevelt's valet.
Y'all, okay, time to show me the skeletons in this family's closet, because y'all, no, this is way too, this is out of, I don't know, a horror movie. It's like you're walking into a family that presents itself so above board, and the next thing you know, they got a literal skeleton in their damn closet.
Once you're done, you won't have to waste the 12 seconds it takes to look up something on Wikipedia. But seriously though, no, well done. It's quite an achievement.
No, thank you. I'm not.
Rosa,
no, thank
Rosa,
you.
have a drink with us.
Oh, I have to finish the dinner.
No, I know, but just one. You can take a break, can't you?
Dinner?
Well,
We treat the help like family?
I ain't no master of the speechifying, but I would just like to thank the Pierces for their hospitality. Wherever we are on the political spectrum, we can all agree, for decade after decade, your outlets have been essential to the functioning of our grand republic. Long may they so remain.
you're here. Here.
What the fuck did you say to Mark? Making cracks about his PhD.
No, it was a joke. He laughed. so I
Yeah,
don't-
it seemed he did not enjoy that.
He's a yes, Shiv. He's solid. Why even bother with him? Romulus, when you laugh, please do it at the same volume as everyone else. And near me.
Yeah.
Hit near me.
Got it.
Okay, onwards.
Okay.
Well, nice work so far.
Merci beaucoup. I'm very excited to be getting top marks along with your other pupils.
Well, we just pissed off the wife. Oh, goodness. As if she ain't cooking. Oh, y'all right. Oh, stop. Compliments to the chef? Compliments to the chef? You were so ready, like, oh yes, please have a drink with us, Maria. You're part of the family. You never. As soon as everyone gives you a round of applause, you can't say compliments to the chef and actually nod to her and say applaud for her. I already don't like this family.
Mine honor is my life. Both grow in one. Take honor from me, and my life is done.
So do y'all center honor and everything, or is it just you? Y'all seem... It's amazing how they managed to keep the whole homesy, folksy vibe.
Hey, that was
while
awesome.
also
I'm Kendall.
I know.
remaining so
Naomi.
pretentious at the same time.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I volunteer at a drug addiction treatment center in Mill Valley, and I continue my recovery there as well.
Oh.
Oh, wow. That's,
I see Rhea looking at her.
yeah, I'm actually in recovery myself.
No, I could just tell.
Oh, okay, right.
I like to have...
Can she tell that he's not actually clean? Maybe she can help him. Or maybe she can help him spiral even more. Shoot.
Any new fiction?
Right. Oh, sure, I can. I rather enjoyed The Electric Circus.
Who's the author?
Oh, Timothy Lipton.
What's it about? No?
What's The Electric Circus about? It is about a young man making his way through the world. It's set in... I mean, the circus part is a, metaphor.
For what?
Shiv, drop it.
I'm not seeing it on Google. You said it's called The Electric Circus?
Yeah, I mean, shit. Is it The Electric Circus? Well,
You can poke at it and say, yeah, he doesn't read a lot. He's just putting on a front and turn into you could turn it into something funny, not like trying to expose him for lying.
Money does allegedly make the world go round. So...
Money is a social construct, whereas virtue, integrity, these things actually exist.
Money is a social construct. Lady, only someone rich would say that BS.
Nice if you stop beating up on me too.
What?
Maybe you could stop beating up on me too.
What? That's just nothing. That's silly. No one cares.
Well, technically I care.
I really want this. I know. I want to be sitting at that table.
You are sitting at the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
She doesn't really like to talk about it.
Or you don't like to ask about it?
Well,
Oh, you know
when
what?
we first
Like I
met-
said, I'm not mad that this is going awful. I kind of like that. 18 does not need to be buying this. And the fact that they're willing and even entertaining that is just me side-eyeing this entire Pierce News or whatever. Like, y'all actually entertaining this for the money? Maybe y'all ain't as above board as you think or present yourselves to be.
And any thought given to whom you might hand over the keys?
There is a name, but you know, I really don't like to deal in hypotheticals.
Oh, sake, Dad, just tell him it's gonna be me.
Ooh.
Is that so?
That is so.
This dinner was a little bit premature. Seems like you guys are still working some things out.
No, no, Peter, don't worry. This is just,
Will you stop?
Oh, this man is about to blow up. He's about to, I can feel it. He's about to blow up. It's not happening now. Girl, I said it. She better go running back to Gil.
Shall we?
Oh, he's not going to say anything? And here I thought he was about to rip into her. Maybe that's even worse. I think him being indifferent could be worse.
I used to be a maniac.
Oh, and you're not anymore? So this is you stable?
There are levels.
Sure, no, it's true. Yeah, I mean, I was basically hanging by a thread.
There are levels. That's what they convinced themselves, huh? There are levels. You cross that line, you're on that line, and don't talk to me about levels. Sure.
And you people, you're fucking tabloids. Just like all the time. Pushing it.
They exploited her mother's.
Your people. And your peace pipe.
Don't block your own escape. Like, you can take the money. And you can just get the fuck out.
Yeah, don't look at me. Get in that bathroom. Now. Go on.
So is this what him and Kendall used to do and he enjoyed it?
Bad or good?
I'm sorry, but I'm blind on this one too.
Rhea said at the beginning that Naomi has a lot of sway with Nan, and I think she swayed her towards saying yes because of whatever happened between her and Kendall. I'm like, Jesus, that's just... The man shit himself when he woke up the next day. I can't with this family.
We would like you to publicly announce a successor. And we would like the person you publicly announce to be Siobhan Roy.
Oh.
That's not quite how I do things.
I honestly did not see this coming.
That's the offer.
Okay, an external pressure. Okay, that can keep her in the position.
If you won't budge, then I'm afraid we have no deal.
So it comes down to Shiv.
Then we're done.
Damn. That's just a complete rejection of Shiv. Or maybe he doesn't like someone strong holding him into doing something he doesn't want to do, which means still Shiv.
Jesus Christ, Dad. What? It's dangerous.
This family, it needs Jesus. And I don't even think Jesus can save them. You got one with a masochistic tendency to, who may have some abuse in his past of that nature. Then you got this one with anger, narcissistic issues. You got one who's an addict. You got the other one who's
That's goddamn right.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they called and said yes?
Money wins.
Yeah, social construct my
Here's
ass.
to us.
Here's to us.
To evil. Evil wins. That's all I feel right now. What was that look? just when I thought the episode Hunting couldn't disturb me more, they drop Turn Haven on us. I feel like I need a drink after this episode. Next episode, hopefully I won't need a drink coming out of that. I don't even drink, but still it makes me, oh God. Next episode, whew, disturbing. So many levels. Succession, episode 6, our guestess.
Hey.
It's cruises.
Oh God! Oh, and they're up. Can you imagine if the story breaks while they're stuck in the air and there's nothing they can really do about it from up there? Oh Lord, Tom, run, Tom! Listen, Tom was going. I have to put this in my head. Get this straight. Tom wanted to do a press conference, wanted to reveal everything, wanted to do things the right way. Then cousin Greg did a really shitty thing, ran to Jerry. Jerry buried it because that's what we do here. Tom goes down for this when the man wanted to do the right thing in the first place.
It came through. They're asking for a response. The magazine contacted Cruises directly.
What have they got? How much have they got?
We don't know.
Shiv, you're on speaker.
I hear there's a big muckrake piece coming in on Cruises. Tell them we'll get into it all with them, we'll cooperate, play it all out, and then stiff them.
We could offer up morsels and postponement.
Delay is too soft.
Dad, ignore him. Accelerate the deal.
What the f do you think we've been doing, Siobhan?
Well, I have no idea, Dad, because you never tell me anything.
We go for the peace. We scare them into thinking what they have isn't solid. Just kill, kill, kill.
Ken, you're on that.
Sure, but I have to say, just legally.
Now. I need it now. We'd like to ink it here tomorrow.
Sure. I mean, we appreciate the need for expediency from your end.
Tell your crowd if they push, we'll cave.
Undermining your own position.
That-
Could you sue yourself?
That should be a warning sign. Y'all should be able to. The fact that he's willing and saying that he's willing, that means something's fishy. Something ain't right under the hood. Check the tires. Oh, Stewie. It's been a while since we've seen Stews. Stewie. I haven't seen you since the first episode, Stewie.
Honestly, we have something coming in, and it's going to make your deal untenable. So, I swear on my children's lives.
Never swear on your children's lives. Don't do that. Never do that. Swear on your father's life.
The thing is, Ken, and due respect, I really don't trust you.
Don't trust any of them. The last name's Roy. Don't trust him.
I would, I would suffer from the pressure, but I love it. I really love it.
Hey.
Hey! Oh my God!
Hi, Chef Roy.
Pleasure, Mia.
There's a potential crisis coming. There's a journalist looking into Cruises, and there's a big piece coming.
Okay.
We don't know exactly. Yeah, no one's read the piece.
Oh, okay.
Nothing has happened. No, we're jamming it up. Are you trying to bang me a baby?
Excuse me? Well, no. God, no. Oh, shit.
Right, fine.
Shit.
Please don't be like that right now.
But if I was, that would actually be under the arrangement. Okay.
Exactly.
No?
So,
Tom, I know her.
Well, you know of her.
Just use your common sense, okay? Mia's a real person with a face.
Fine. No.
So if he does decide to exercise this arrangement, it feels like she wants to control it. Jesus.
I just had a call from Carolina. The magazine is not cooperating. They feel bullied, and the piece might go up this morning.
Ooh. Maybe y'all should have gone with Shiv's plan.
We should leave. We need to get out of here.
Yeah, let's leave. We go.
Oh.
Apologies.
Well, I feel like the belle of the ball out here.
This
Adolescent,
information is
isn't it?
going to break while they're sitting there, isn't it?
So, we would be interested in exploring the option. I'm sorry, I can't concentrate until I order.
Oh, God.
I'll just have to have
there
one.
it goes.
Nan, is there not a way we could sign the LOI?
Don't do it, Nan. Don't do it. What is her? Oh.
Dad, I'm wondering if maybe we should get to our next.
What is Rhea's angle? Is she just want the money of it? I feel like she just wants the money of it.
Hey, okay, so where's the link? Why didn't no one send me the link?
Yeah, she's saying that she was one of the only ones who refused to sign an NDA and that we derailed her career as a result.
The old Houston story. The woman that jumped and drowned.
Oh.
What if something happened to her?
Listen, I'm gonna keep my sensibilities and say I hope y'all go down. I ain't rooting for none of y'all.
Glad we're able to do such good victim math.
Jerry's just saying it doesn't necessarily punch through.
Sure, but you know, this is not okay.
We know it's not okay, Kendall. We're preparing a corporate response.
No, we can't be seen to minimize. I think we need to loudly and quickly say that this is not okay.
I think the question is what closes this down fastest.
Something. Have to be consequences.
Nope. Condemn and move on.
It's not real, it's not honest. They don't give a flying for these poor. They hate me. So no, condemn and move on.
I can't wait till you die.
New circus in town tomorrow.
I'm done trying to find some scrape of goodness in Logan. He's awful.
Please.
Oh, come on. I'm not good enough for an invitation? And suddenly this blows up and you want to jam it up my uterus and smother it in estrogen? Please. No, I'm not fully briefed.
We don't need Shiv. I can do it.
We can do it. Walk of shame?
Yeah. Everybody out. Business as usual. Shiv, you're with me.
Little Miss Incredible, huh?
So she's going to allow herself to be used in this? I get it's her dad, but still. This is so disgusting. Y'all are truly an awful set of people.
She's as close to T-bills as we're likely to get.
So you're gonna use the fact that she's a woman?
Yeah.
What's...
Oh my God. Down.
Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Did he just throw up blood? Is it blood? Is it blood he threw up? Failing liver? Something? What's gonna get him?
So listen, I think maybe I should help out and do it.
The panel?
It's smart. Shiv works.
It's smart. Sudden last-minute lineup change? Come on, man. It's panicky as fuck. Throw our token woman at it?
Well, it can't be two men up there right now. It can't,
Look,
right?
I mean, if disruption is an issue, the audience is expecting just Roy, so maybe we stick it.
Pretty desperate, Shiv. You know, exploiting the situation for personal gain.
I'm just thinking about what's best for the firm, okay?
Oh, sure. No, that's that's coming through loud and clear.
She's a loose cannon. She is out of control.
Look, obviously, as you say, yes, it's been a tough day for the company. Sometimes there are not errors, not misjudgments in corporate governance, but...
Catastrophes?
It doesn't matter to the victim that these were isolated incidents that happened, many decades ago, right?
Right, and just because it did happen 25 years ago is not a reason to simply condemn and just move on.
No, absolutely not. We've been...
A little more aggressive. Sometimes I think you just need a good old-fashioned dinosaur call.
And who's the big T-Rex in your sights?
Oh, no, I mean dinosaur attitudes, dinosaur values. No, I would never go after my dad. That's a sport others enjoy.
I see the merit in doing that, condemning him. I get it. I get why she did what she did.
Hey.
What?
What was that?
I was just dancing.
Dinosaurs?
Yeah, it was over the line. Shiv went over the line.
You tortured the old dinosaur. You barbecued him live, huh?
Whoa, hey!
No, don't!
Yes! What the hell?
Like, well, okay?
You all right?
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't want to try.
What the hell?
Just a tooth. I'll get another
Just
one.
a tooth? Did he just take his anger? Is that just something he does? He just takes his anger out on Roman? Backhands the boy? I want him buried. Buried and gone. Forget trying to find any decency in this man. That died in this episode.
Oh, we got the Roys are here. Ahoy there. Permission to never board? That's like the Hindenburg going down there like, yeah, hydrogen blimps. Nobody was forced to give a blowjob on the Hindenburg.
Yes, yes, take this, kid, yes. Take it.
We're good though.
No.
It's a tempest in a teacup.
Come on, Nan, come on.
Oh, thank you. I am perfectly relaxed.
Cut Ray
but
off
if you
and
want
him.
to talk
Come
about
on.
it, it's over.
Oh,
Yes.
man. Come on. Calm down.
Smoke her out too.
Ray, may I ask you something? Have you ever had any communication or meetings with Logan Roy that I'm not aware of?
What?
Not.
Yes, you're.
What your attorney would let you say?
No.
Ooh.
I have
Oh,
always
yeah,
acted.
I love you. Oh, God. Yes.
Deal. You spoke to Logan on the
Yes!
13th. What was the nature
Yes,
of that
Nan,
discussion?
I
yes!
do not recall. It could have been any.
Fry her. Yes. Yes, Nan. No, it's not.
You work for Rhea Jarrell, and as long as our interests were aligned, it was fine. You'll be hearing from the law.
Yes, Nan. Yes, Nan.
Good riddance to bad rubbish.
Yes.
Turn this. Do you hear me? We
Collapse.
haven't-
Collapse and die. Collapse. Collapse and die. Collapse.
Stop!
Collapse. Yes! Yes, Nan! Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you. I could not take if this episode ended with Logan Roy on top again, but something tells me I might as well have just been in grin and bear because this man is gonna be on top again because that's just the nature of this damn show. I've gotten used to this man. I'm king of the world. How'd that ending go? Which side are you on? Listen, I have not forgotten about that. That traumatized me. That episode traumatized me. So it's in my head. I know I have another moment like that coming up with Logan Roy, but for now, I'm gonna take this loss. Oh, Shiv is a piece of shit too. I'm sorry, I had to get that one out. Oh God, watching her be willing to be used like that. Watching him refer to these... They're awful. Like, every one of them. Like, you can't even... There's like, you can't even say one's varying degree. No, they're all in the same vat of shit. And they're just swimming around in it. And then they buy their expensive perfumes and their expensive houses and they put it around the vat. So when you're looking in, you see all this really nice stuff, but in reality, they're swimming in a vat of shit. Like how Kendall woke up and shit was coming out. They are a disgusting family, and that's that. My desire to psychoanalyze this disgusting family is not there right now. It truly isn't. These 3 episodes have disgusted me. And a part of why it disgusts me is because you know this actually happens. You know there are families out there, corporations out there that see it this way. You know, one of my favorite sports is women's gymnastics. And when I remember coming out of that listen, one of my favorite gymnasts of all time is Allie Raisman. And I remember when all of those stories about Larry Nassar and all of that was coming out and how she was talking about how they sent an independent investigator at her house and they wanted to essentially bank on the fact that they have trained this girl since she was a child to follow the company line, that they knew they set someone her way blindsided without her realizing anything. She would fall back on what they've pretty much taught her to do in the most innocuous way. They taught her to follow the party line and say that he made us feel uncomfortable, but we knew what he was doing was okay. And I follow that story because I knew all these gymnasts. I follow them their entire careers. there's just something so insidious when women stand in front of other men and other women who cover it up, and they stand in front and they allow themselves to be weaponized. They're like Shiv. I'm grateful for this episode because Shiv has presented herself as someone who's a bit other. Like, she's, how can I put it? She's from the same wealth. She maintains the same values, but there's always been a bit of an othering with her. And it could be the fact that she's pretty much she's the only woman in the siblings. She's his only daughter. And that in of itself is a bit of an othering. And secondly, she seems to have a bit more of a, I don't want to say a liberal identity, but a desire to understand that the status quo here is, like she says, it's pale and it's male. And while she does fit the pale, she doesn't fit the male. So there's a bit of she has an eye, a discernible eye that allows her to see these I don't want to say that they're archaic, because they're not archaic. How can something be archaic when it still very much stands and is prevalent and is controlling everything? It's not archaic. It is very much a patriarchal system that this world operates on, as well as this company. And because she is the only woman in the siblings, I mean, you have Marcia, but Marcia just touts the line as well. It's I feel myself getting worked up, but it is just something that happens every day. It happens on a small scale, it happens on a large scale, it happens in religious spaces, it happens in... It's hard to find a space in the world where women do not allow themselves to become instruments of the same patriarchal values that have done nothing but hurt them. The same reason she feels less than, most likely compared to her brothers, is what she's now feeding into. And I would love to believe that if Shiv took control of this company, she would change things from within. But time and time again, that never pans out well, especially considering she was raised amongst it. It's like with Gil, when she made that comment, a very classist comment. More often than not, class, race, religious values, these things, they all intersect. And even though you may be capable of seeing it, that doesn't mean you are capable of acting upon it, because more often than not, there are emotional ties. Like, do I think if this wasn't, how can I put it? If this was a man she was interning in for years, if there was no blood relation here, do I think Shiv would allow herself to be used? I don't think she would. I think she would have said, like her father loves to say, "F off." But there is an emotional tie here that binds her to it. And that's part of it. That's part the use of your daughter to further these. That's so, oh my goodness. It is like I said, there's just something so insidious to women who are aware of it and they go right along with it. And I can't help but think back to when Tom, back in season 1, found out, and that scene that he had with Greg, where he said, let's do a press conference. Let's put this out there. Let's handle this the right way. I'm thoroughly disgusted. And part of it is because when Logan Roy said this is about me, these are S words, these are this, they're essentially shaming them and just throwing all of these very misogynistic undertones towards them. That reminds me from when her name is Rachel, I can't remember how to pronounce her last name. It's something with a G. She was one of the young women who helped to expose the University of Michigan, as well as Larry Nassar and USAG, United States of America Gymnastics. when these women came to the board of the school, they were called ambulance chasers. When they told him, not only that, there were therapists at the school that said that there were several coaches there on the rowing team, on like young boys had come forward, women had come forward about different sexual assaults and coaches taking advantage of them, and the therapists did not report it. They all kept it hush hush. So this stuff like this, it pisses me off because it's real. It's real life. This isn't something fictional. It touches something so everyday. And so when you see someone like Shiv, when you see someone like Rhea with the asbestos comment, it's like, you're aware of it and you use your, particularly with Shiv, in her case, she uses her familial connections, because if she were outside of the family, like per se Jerry, do I think she would allow herself to be used? I don't think so. But it's that familial connection, that blood connection. And the thing is, it maintains because of that. It's because there's an unwillingness there, but it's also the fact that you were raised. I don't know if I'm making sense right now. I'm just frustrated by all this because it's real. It's real. This story, thank you for the writers for touching on this, because it's real. Back in 2016, 2017, I remember, because I love gymnastics. I absolutely love the sport. I always have. And so when all of that came out, and the thing is, there is a coach, and his name, Al Fong, who has had young girls, children, die under his tutelage. He literally has a wiki page of girls that he has coached that have died under his care, and he still works at USAG. I remember watching in 2012. Oh my God, his name is I don't even like to remember their names, but Jordan Weber, her coach, and not only that, he was the head coach for that 2012 Olympic team. We heard horror stories about that man. And then to know that when he got caught, before going into a jail cell, he took things into his own hand and escaped by his own hand. So when things like this happen in TV shows, it's like it's touching on real world topics of things like this. That's why I'm riled up and I'm viscerally pissed off, because there are plenty of like the Karolis, Marta Karoli, who used her being a woman, and I mean, after her husband Bella Karoli took, I mean, just an abusive, horrible man, and as his wife, she then stood in front, took control over everything, and then just continued his practices. But because it was a woman, oh yeah, let's get it. I can't tell you how many people say, oh, we'll get women coaches. They're just as bad. And they know it. They use the fact that they're women to hide that. And so that's why Shiv doing this pisses me off, because she understands her womanhood and she's weaponizing it to shut all this down for her own gain. Okay. Now just going back to like safe room. Kendall. When he had that moment with Shiv where he was asking if you could take care of me, I thought he was referring to take care of the body. Like I feel like he's convinced himself that his father needs him and that's why he won't do it. Because I'm curious, I don't think they put up that glass wall, because when he went out at the beginning of the episode, there was nothing there. And then at the end of the episode, there was something. And I feel like that wasn't a response to Kendall. I feel like because they had someone in the building take their life, they then decided, because they had someone in the building, do that, they then decided to take safety precautions all around. I would imagine that they would have then wrote a report saying this is what we're now doing in order to prevent something like this happening. And I feel like that glass, plexiglass most likely, that they put up there is in response to that, not a response to Kendall standing up there. But you know, it's interesting because when I was watching that episode, the way Logan was worried for Kendall, I'm there thinking, oh, there must be something good. He's awful. He's Satan incarnate. No, I'm not. No, I don't. There's nothing good to this human being. Nothing. Nothing. Not nothing. 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 Not a good. Nothing. Now, as for Shiv, in the earlier episodes, she is. I feel like she's now under the microscope that her brothers have been on, and she's now feeling what they've probably felt all this time. And one thing about Logan is, like, if you had no true intention of making Shiv CEO, why even put it? It's like, can't believe I'm gonna reference this man. It was a long time ago before Kanye went completely off the rails, but one of my favorite albums was Justin Timberlake's Future, is it Love Sex? Love something? It's his best album. It's one of my favorite albums. It's an album that you can listen to and there's generally no skips. I think that's his best work. And he said, Kanye mentioned something about nominating someone to, like, he said he fully believed he should have won Album of the Year that year that album came out. And it's like having to watch his face fall. Like, it's like you're nominating someone to fail. And I feel like that's the thought I get. That quote that Kanye said in regards to Justin Timberlake losing that Album of the Year award that year, came to mind with Logan dangling this CEO thing for Shiv. And it's like, and it makes me wonder, was he ever serious with Kendall? Was he ever serious with Shiv? Is he just putting it out there because he knows he's getting older, he has to choose someone, so he just chooses them because it's what's expected, but has no real intention of getting off the pot? I feel like he is just doing it for the show and the dance, but has no real intention. Like, I feel like he's a man who truly believes he's infallible on some aspect, and he doesn't see himself biting the bullet anytime soon. I don't know. I don't know why he would nominate her for this or say she's going to be CEO, and then, like, what? Not even an episode later, he's like pussyfooting around. Yeah, Shiv at that dinner table. Oh, speaking of at that dinner, Tom, I did not care for how she minimized Tom telling her that this doesn't, and I feel like this is the second or third time she's minimized Tom verbalizing something is affecting him. And I don't care for that, because it is more often than not very difficult for people, and I say this very generally, this is something that people do struggle with. They struggle with telling people how they're really feeling, especially in the moment, voicing these concerns because of that kind of reaction. And Tom is someone who is willing to look his wife in the eye and say, I don't like when you do this, and she minimizes him and shut him down. I don't care for that, because just on a basis of me, when I speak with other people or coach other people, it's about encouraging them to be brave enough. And more often than not, when you do speak on these things, because it's so foreign, the other person who's listening to it, it takes them off a bit. Because it's not common that someone will look someone in the eye and say, you did this, you may have not had, and this is how I then felt. Because no one has the power to reach into you and make you feel something. You never say you make me feel, or no, you did this is what happened, you said this was done, and this is how I then felt. Your emotions are your own. And the ability to then to look someone in the eyes and verbalize that, not in a confrontational manner, but in a conversational manner that is productive, and leads to an amicable and a productive and in a safe environment where there's a conversation that can be had to improve this, to mitigate this feeling, that is very difficult for people to do. And it's not, and because it's so difficult, it doesn't happen often. And so when it does happen, the person who's on the other end, the receiving end of this, it can become a bit off kilter, and they kind of have to focus up a bit. They may not know what to do, and maybe they don't understand how to address it in the moment, but because it's something that is very jarring and it's unsettling to be told this, because it's not something that most people do often, it makes them think about their actions. You're putting the thought of addressing their actions in their head, and they may automatically adjust to prevent that from happening again. So I am someone who encourages people in my personal life, outside of this, who encourages people to vocalize this, because it is something that is so it gave me a visceral reaction to see Shiv do this. He's vocalizing how this repeated action is making I feel like Tom is insecure, but he is someone who is insecure yet willing to say what is making him feel insecure. To some extent, he's not perfect at it, but there's an attempt there. And so to see him married to someone, this is his spouse, who is in a very interesting power dynamic with him, and this open marriage that he clearly does not want any parts of, but is giving into it because that is his wife. I hate it. But on the other end with Shiv, you understand where it comes from, because she is very much, she's self-centered and she's self-absorbed. And those are two very different things. Everything is centered towards herself, and I feel like all of the kids have that. Everything is centered towards the self, how this can affect me, and they are absorbed in themselves, meaning they don't think outwardly. It's an internal, centered is internal, absorbed is external. It's a lack of external. I've already been talking for so long. Let me keep this going. Kendall and Naomi, that is something that needs to die. And I don't think it's going to die, because those looks they gave each other before Kendall got on the helicopter, I don't need that happening, because that is fire and gasoline right there. And I don't see anything good coming out of it. Them speaking, like I said, there's a morbid curiosity that I have with all of these kind of psychological shows and dramas that really delve into the psyche of very messed up people. But when it involves drugs and alcohol, it's always a bit iffy for me, because addiction is a disease. I am the believer in that it's a sickness, it's an illness that needs to be treated, needs to be diagnosed and treated. And it does affect the way the brain then processes these things. It has a physical, a neurological reaction on you as you move forward in your life. There is never really going back to the before. It's only an after you exist in. And so hearing them say that it's not that bad, like there are levels to this. It's that trap. They're in the trap. They're in the trap. That's the trap of it. You say there are levels to it. It's like to say, I'm not that bad off, what I'm doing is fine, but it's not fine. That's why you're trying to mitigate the reality of the fact that you even have to do that speaks volumes. And it's like, now he's found someone who feels and thinks the same way he does, and he's craving that. He's like, the way he looked at her, excellent acting by Jeremy Strong, but the way that he looked at, it's like he's longing for that again, to be near someone who thinks the same way he does about his addiction. And then waking up in his own feces and not just pulling off the sheets and going on about his day. It's a trap. That he's, and I don't want to say I've given up on him sobering up, but at this point, I don't see it happening in the story. He's not surrounded by anyone, not a single person who could help him get to the other side. The only person I can imagine is Rava, but I feel like Rava's probably put up with so much BS that at this point, just don't bring it around the kids. That's it. I feel like it's so painful, but it's so true. You can't save people who have no interest in being saved. It sucks, but it's the truth, and I feel like that's pretty much this entire family to some extent. Now, Roman, I thought we had a scene earlier, maybe episode 2, where he was engaging in some form of intercourse that didn't involve, I mean, we didn't really see anything, so it's hard for me to say if it involved. I don't think it's necessarily degradation that he needs or derogatory terms or phrases being thrown at him, but it's more so the feeling of it being wrong. There's something wrong to the act when inherently there's a pleasure to it. It's, how can I put it? There were things that Roman said that made me feel that there was that he associates this act with it being wrong. And then there was this moment where it was when Jerry was like leading him into the bathroom. I sort of got like this visual in my head of Kendall leading him into the cage and gladly going and wanting to be in there. And Connor, the way Connor said you liked it. I don't know what age Roman was at that time. I don't recall if they said, and if I did, I don't remember. My apologies. However, I do wonder if prior to that point, Roman was hurt as a boy. They did mention there was someone in their home who had a history of that. So I have toyed with the idea of one of these children being abused in that regard. I thought maybe Shiv, because there were some behaviors that seem that there was a repeated behavior in regards to Shiv's character between, I want to say, episode 3 and episode maybe 5 or 6 in season 1. But that was just me seeing things that weren't really there. So I don't know if this is once again me seeing things that aren't really there. But because I don't believe that all kinks are a facet of someone's abuse. I feel like that in and of itself is a bit of kink shaming people. Now, that I don't believe everything is a kink. Like PDFs, that ain't a kink. No, that is not it. That's just an illegal perversion. Let's leave that there. But in terms of Roman, I don't think it's masochism. Could he be a masochist and that's just what this is? Sure. And I don't think you need some deep-seated trauma or hurt for you to be a masochist. I don't think so. I don't. With that being said, I do think there's more at play here, because I think that episode where he and Jerry first over the phone, that was the same episode of Mo, you know, his name being Lester. That was the same episode of his funeral, right? I think. There were just so many introductions that the fact that they were being introduced in the same episode that happened, it could be them drawing some kind of parallels or getting the audience to think, or maybe I'm just overthinking. It's kind of what I do here. Me musing. This is just me musing out loud. And you all watching. Watching me muse and drive myself up a wall over fictional characters. But yes, death to Logan Roy. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? No, I think that's it. I think I'm good. I will say, Nan, you were the MVP of these last 3 episodes. She, at this point, it feels like she's the first person who really got like a good dig on Logan. And here's to hoping she teams up with Sandy. Sandy and Stewie. I kind of want it. I want all of Logan's enemies to team up and take him out. Oh man, thank you all so much for watching. I truly, truly, truly appreciate everyone who comes along. You all listen to me ramble. Oh my goodness, God bless. Anyways, if you enjoy the reaction, go ahead and give it a like. And as always, comment, feel free. Go ahead. I love the discourse. I'm never mad at it. I'm always engaging. I love to read it. You all clarify so much for me in this show. You have so much information. You give me these little tidbits. I have watched the inside the episodes. I keep forgetting to watch the inside of the episode before I get into this, is because I just like I watched the inside of the episode for episode 4, then I watched the inside of the episode for episode 5, but I never watched the inside of the episode for the last one because I just jump into my musings. So I always watch it after. Gotta get better at that. Anyways, I hope you all are doing well in your lives. I hope everything's going good. Take care, everyone, and I will see you all for the next reaction. Peace out.